SNXS79K automatic watch. The Seiko 5 line is Seiko's more affordable line of automatic watches, and it's been around since the 1960s. This is the made in Malaysia model, and it came in this blue Seiko box. I'll go ahead and show you. Comes on a pillow, and here is the hang tag that I got with it. So this watch was the first automatic watch that I purchased a while back, so I figured it'd be a good watch to make my first YouTube video with. In terms of dimensions, the case size is 37 millimeters. The lug-to-lug distance is 42.4 millimeters. The lug width is 19 millimeters. And the case thickness is 11.7 millimeters. The 19 millimeter lug width makes it a little more difficult to find straps in that size, since it's less common than 18, 20, and 22 millimeter sizes. The case is all polished, and it has a recessed crown at 4 o'clock. It has a screw down see-through case back where you can see the Seiko 7S26 movement. It's not decorated in any way, but still nice to be able to see it working. Also, the case has no drilled lug holes. The crystal is Seiko's Hardlex crystal. I haven't had any problems with it getting scratched. I also own other watches that have Hardlex. No issues with scratches so far. The dials is a dark gray sunburst dial. The hands are polished and they have lume. The indices also have a good amount of lume, Seiko's lume on them. There's a white day and date wheel that's framed at the 3 o'clock position. It has an applied Seiko and 5 logo, and then near the 6 o'clock the word automatic is in plain block font. And here's a quick shot of the lume. The bracelet that it comes with has hollow end links, which I moved over to use with this bracelet. So those are the stock end links, and this is the stock clasp that I also moved over. It's just a friction. There's no buttons on the side. It just holds together with friction. And you can see it's just stamped metal. The good thing though with the bracelet is that the clasp does have 6 micro adjustment holes. You may have noticed that the bracelet I have this watch on is not the bracelet that comes with it. This is a third party or aftermarket bracelet. I think I got it from eBay. It was not that expensive. It's an oyster style, and it has screw down links. I like the way it makes the watch look, but I'll go ahead and show you the stock bracelet. That's this here. So a lot of people mention that it feels cheap or looks cheap. It's folded links that are held together by a metal, like a metal clip. You have to use a very small flathead screwdriver, like for eyeglasses, to get in there and push up so you can expose the clip and then take out however many links you need. So yeah, I didn't like the look of it, the feel. It feels light and cheap. It kind of makes a rattly noise, so I went ahead and replaced it. So here it is on, by the way, right now I'm wearing a Seiko SARY057. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on this other, the Seiko 5. Give you a wrist shot. Here's the watch on a 19mm mesh bracelet, which I think looks pretty good. And here it is on a NATO strap for a more casual look. The 7S26 movement is an older automatic movement that does not hack or hand wind. If the watch is stopped and you want to get it going, the only thing you can really do is just start shaking the watch. From what I've heard, shaking it for a full 3 minutes, if you were to do that, would give it a full wind, but realistically, all you need to do is just shake it briefly and that'll get it going. And then just put it on your wrist and it'll get the rest of its power from while you wear the watch throughout the day. The watch has a power reserve of 40 hours if it's fully wound. In terms of accuracy, they have a factory tolerance of -20 to +49 seconds per day, which sounds pretty bad, but in reality, they're almost always better than that right out of the box. Here it is on the time grapher. You can see it's doing pretty good, about -1 second a day. These watches are still available online and run about $150 to $160 on Amazon and about $10 to $20 less on eBay for new ones. Everyone says that these watches used to be much cheaper and could be purchased for around $80. I've never seen them at that price. This watch is pretty well known on YouTube, however, so maybe that has affected the pricing. It's often described as an affordable homage to a Rolex Datejust. In terms of likes and dislikes, I like that it's a good looking, relatively versatile Seiko watch. It's reliable. It can be dressed up or dressed down depending on the strap you decide to put it on. The see-through case back is nice and the dial color goes well with a lot of clothing choices in my opinion. The lume's also great on this watch. In terms of dislikes, I dislike the 7S26 movement and how it cannot hack or hand wind. I don't care for the Seiko 5, the 5 there. Let's see here. I prefer, in terms of the size, it's a little small for me. In dress watches, I would prefer something a little bigger, maybe around 40 millimeters. And the other thing about this watch is, I don't know if it's just mine, but I don't think it's ever made it to 40 hours runtime. I haven't tested it though, but that's just my feeling. The bracelet isn't good, like I mentioned before. And it seems like with the bracelet is where Seiko decided to really cut costs here. For the price these are selling right now, you could probably get something like an Orient Bambino, which I'll show you here. This is also an automatic watch. It's a larger case size. Here's another variant. So these come in a lot of colors and strap variations. I'll also show you this is another Seiko 5 model, SNKL 23, much more well known. Probably the most well known Seiko 5 of this type. So if you could find this watch at a good price, I would say it would still make sense if these other watches don't. Let's say you really like Seiko and you're just starting out, you want an affordable, good looking automatic watch, um, and you really like the Seiko brand and you can find one at a good price, I would say go for it. So that's it for the review. I'd like to say that I have a lot of other watches in my collection. They're all Japanese brands like Seiko, Orient, Citizen, and Casio. With one exception, I do have one Phoebos micro brand watch. I'll try to upload similar review and watch related content soon. So until then, thanks for watching this video.